Hey everyone, this is Heen coming to you with another World of Warcraft video. In this video, I wanted to get my delayed opinions out there for the class and spec that I play the most in World of Warcraft, Mistweaver Monk. So, to start, I'm not a long-time WoW player. I started my first character in Mist of Pandaria and really only started playing Mistweaver Monk for raiding, dungeons, PvP, and all walks of the game in Legion. Never got to fully experience fist weaving firsthand, so I can't really compare those experiences to, what's happening now. For people who never played Mistweaver, the spec has drastically changed in Battle for Azeroth. The spec used to essentially have Resto Shaman Spirit Walker's Grace, but all the time, i.e. the spell that allows you to cast all your spells while moving. The spec felt super mobile. Mechanics and fights were never an issue during Legion. The artifact ability in particular was exactly what the spec needed too, a strong single target heal. Most of the spells are heal over time or blanket heals, but the spec felt super strong. I will add one more thing, however, before I get to the current BFA Mistweaver, and that is healing Mythic Keystones with the Grievous effects. Now, it may have been that I was this bad, and I'm sure other healing specs had, and still have issues with this Mythic Plus effects, but I was just incapable of healing off the stacking debuff. The spec didn't really have a strong burst heal potential. A lot of your ability to complete a key on time was riding on your teammates just not getting too many stacks of this debuff, and mainly healing the tank. But I'm going to move on to BFA now. And what I see in Mistweaver now is a massive increase in its burst healing potential. It makes Enveloping Mist and Vivify instant cast, and with talents like life cycles, it feels really natural to spam your big healing spells to get people topped off. Even things like using Thunder Focus Tea make more sense now, I think. But even with these changes to Mistweaver's ability to burst heal, I still couldn't pick up the spec again when BFA launched. I played in the beta for BFA, and ran several dungeons to find myself sitting in fire, hard casting Enveloping Mist, and most commonly interrupting my spells by moving. The spec had totally changed. I felt glued down when I healed. The only other healing spec I'd played before these changes was Discipline Priest, and even that was less glued down than Legion Mistweaver. I wasn't used to these changes at all. The spec came way closer to what Holy Priest, Holy Paladin, and Resto Shaman were. And when the beta ended and the launch started, I just didn't play Mistweaver despite playing it all throughout Legion. I started playing Fury Warrior and only leveled my monk after reaching cap on my warrior. I did all my pre-Mythic Plus and pre-raid grinding on my warrior and was vastly undergeared on my monk. But when I did reach cap and started getting gear, I realized that the changes here, my blanket heals, and all the spells of yesteryear had become very strong tools for keeping my teammates alive. Vivify lost its explosive AoE healing, where you wanted to keep your guys all stacked up, but rather became a tactical AoE heal through Renewing Mists. The strategy and the skill stealing of the spec had rose, and things just felt a lot better than before. Only then was I able to ditch Warrior and pick up my healing roots again for Uldir, and now battle for Dazara Lore. I'd adjusted to what Mistweaver had drastically changed too, and seemed to be reaping the benefits of learning all the pieces of the toolkit all over again. So, what was the point of that rant? I explained my experience with Mistweaver, and I'm curious if any of you out there have also felt the same way. Have you felt the spec is better? Do you think the Legion way was a lot better? Is Mistweaver truly dead until fist weaving returns? I'd really like to know your opinions and your own strategies of how to get the most out of Mistweaver Monk. But anyway, that's all I have for today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this content, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your neighbors, download World of Warcraft on their computer, force them to play Mistweaver before you get sent out to jail for breaking and entering. Or don't do that last part. Anyway, this is Heen, signing out.